Hey guys, in this tutorial I show you how to fade in and out in After Effects. If you want to learn how to fade in and out in After Effects, you have to first grasp the idea of keyframes. A keyframe in animation and filmmaking is a drawing that defines the starting and ending points of any smooth transition. Okay, now I'm going to create a new solid, a white solid, that'll be fine. And you can see here throughout the video it's all white. Now let's say I want it to fade in at the start. With the selected layer that you want to fade in and out, just hit T and that'll bring up the opacity option. Now I'll set the opacity to 0% and I'll make it black. It'll just get rid of it throughout the whole video. Let's create a keyframe right at the start because that's where I want it to start fading in. Then go to 1 second or wherever you want it to end and set it to 100%. Now you can see that fades in right there. Goes from black to white. And everything after this will be 100% white. Now let's say I want to fade out. Okay, I'll go to 9 seconds and create a keyframe using this button right here to the left. And I'll create a keyframe so that ensures that nothing in between 1 second and 9 seconds will change. So opacity will always be 100% in between 1 and 9 seconds. And if I go to 10 seconds and change the opacity to 0%, that will fade it out. And if you see here on the graph, it just fades in, fades out. Nothing in between changes. For effects, you pretty much want to do the same thing as I showed you earlier, but instead of changing the opacity, you want to change the, for example, flare center, flare brightness, lens flare, blend with original, or blurriness, blur dimensions, as seen here. Anything with this little timepiece you can keyframe to fade in and out. And for this example, I'll show you how to fade in the flare brightness. So I'm going to start by hitting this little timepiece and setting it at 0%. And I'm at 0 time. And if I hit U on the selected layer, it'll show you the current keyframes that you have made. I have one at 0 and the flare brightness is at 0%. Let's go to 1 second and change the flare brightness to 150. And now it fades in, and I also want it to fade out. And you want to hit that little keyframe, and that ensures that nothing in between changes. And go to 10 seconds and change the flare brightness back to 0. This is pretty much the exact same thing as I showed you earlier, but instead of changing the opacity, you're changing the flare brightness or whatever effect you want to change. Be sure to check out my other videos and leave a comment down below on what my next tutorial should be.